Hi guys, welcome back to the Updated Bookworm, and yes, it is still Monday. Alright, so it is 4:34 in the afternoon, and I gotta be at work at 6:30, so I've decided to go ahead and do this video, upload it, and everything. Alright, so I finished chapters, 11 through 14 of Mayhem and the Mortal, and I have read this much, and I have this much to go. So our duo is basically, they're traveling, and this guy is not exactly the most friendliest man you could possibly ever hire to do anything. He's not. He's very profit driven, and to him the only reason that he's putting up with this girl is because she paid him a lot of money to put up with her. So we encounter more people that decide to join. This guy's friend joins them along with this cute little kitty-like creature. That's all I can say. It's a kitty-like creature, and they're traveling, and the two are traveling with them not because they care about this girl's sister, but because there are things at that place that would make this man extremely rich. So once again, profit driven. So sorry about that. So anyways, so they reach this place. I don't know if it's like the border, like you gotta cross it to get out there into the unknown, but there is basically a hidden way to get there, at least to get past the towers. And unfortunately, we have our first death in the book. This young man, he agrees to show them how to get past the guards, but you cannot make any kind of noise. And unfortunately for them, the horse is definitely not able to understand that you don't make noise, because sure enough, this horse makes noise. The poor kid ends up dead, and our protagonist ends up poisoned with this poison that was on the arrow tip. She has been nursed back to health, and that's where it all ends at this point. Alright, so I finished part 1 of the 1818 text of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Victor has not yet created the monster that we've known as Frankenstein. And here's the thing about Frankenstein, okay? They use a lot of words that you cannot use today. And the reason they use these words is to convey a different meaning that those words once had conveyed, like gay. Nowadays, the word means somebody who is homosexual, but in the early 1800s, all the way through to the end of the 1800s, and even all the way up until like the mid or kind of late 1900s, it meant like odd or happy, or just look up the original meaning of the word gay and you'll know what is being said in the book. they go to visit Elizabeth in her cell, and Elizabeth kind of thinks for a moment that, you know, basically that they believe whatever caused Elizabeth to end up in the situation that she's now in. And they make it very clear that they're on her side. And I have no clue what she did. No idea. I read the book. I read the text. Still no idea what she did. Anyways, interesting about this woman. She's in this cell, and you know, and she is very upset, which, you know, you can't blame her. The room is described in good detail. It's also described that she is chained to the wall. Like, I think it's like either she's like chained and the chains lead to the wall. Though it could be the floor. Don't know. Anyways, I'm enjoying the book. I'm done part 1. And tomorrow I will start part 2. Part 2 has, I believe, 21 chapters in it. I'm not exactly sure. See here. I think it might be 19. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 chapters in it. So yeah. Warning. Even though these books appear to be pretty thick, they're actually were published in 3 different parts, and people would buy one part and they would read it, and then they would go out and buy the second part, and then they would go ahead and buy the third part. So that's just how it was done back then. No matter if it was a male author or a female author, it was always in separate volumes. They were sold separately. And then later on, they condensed it to 1 volume. Or 1 book. Anyways. Yeah, so like I said, I will start on volume 2 tomorrow. I'm going to read all the way up to chapter 5. That will be Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I will finish part 2. And then Thursday, I'll start part 3. So I may have the entire book read by Friday. And once that happens, I'm going to go over here and pick up Mort. That is the next book that I will be reading. I took down a bunch of stuff that I didn't need, and I converted that table back to a table where I put whatever books I am currently going to be reading on there, and then once the table's empty, then I will add more books to it. That is my book table right over there. And that's where I will be keeping any book that I am going to be reading and everything. So, anyways, that's my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.